Hi everyone, welcome to the first DiceAdventure Human AI Tuning competition. We are one of the competitions hosted at Conference on Games 2024. In this video, I'm going to introduce the competition rules, tracks. I will briefly cover the game environment we are using. Then I will walk through the submission process and evaluation criteria. We will post follow-up tutorial videos on gameplay, Unity environment setup, and agent training environment setup. For the completion timeline, we have released the agent training environment and game tutorial. The information is now available on our website. There is an auxiliary paper due for Conference on Games on April 28, 2024. You are welcome to use our game as an environment to develop and test agents, then submit your findings to the conference. But the paper itself is not a requirement for you to participate in this competition. Please find the submission information on the official website of Conference on Games under Call for Papers. By May the 1st, we will release a fully functional game, the leaderboard design, and evaluation criteria. The submission portal will also be open on the same day. We are hosting an in-person hackathon at Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. We will have sessions of gameplay, tutorial, interactive demos, and a tournament. Please refer to our website for detailed information on signing up, travel, and lodging. The hackathon schedule will be posted in June. Then the submission portal will be closed a week after, on July the 1st, 2024. Lastly, we will present the competition results at Conference on Games in August. The goal of hosting this competition is to explore human AI teaming and see how hybrid teams perform comparing to teams consist of only human or AI. We also want to use this to raise awareness of building AI agents that can do online learning and adjust to human behaviors. In addition to using game as an environment to train and deploy agents, our team leveraged speculative game design when developing the game DiceAdventure to make it an interesting game to play at the first place. As DiceAdventure is a multiplayer co-op game, we also want to study how team composition and role allocation between human players and the AI agents can possibly affect the team's performance. Lastly, from the perspective of team size and IO psychology, we want to understand how communication, coordination, and adaptation are established in hybrid teams by analyzing the competition data. We encourage people from all backgrounds who are interested to participate in this competition, and we have 2 tracks available. For the agent submission track, participants are going to train and submit agents that can play all the characters in the game. Participants who are less familiar with programming and AI in general can still participate in this competition by signing up for the player track. There are 2 options for the player track. First, people who sign up by themselves will be considered as single player and will be randomly paired with 2 AI agents to play the game. And second, people can also find a partner and sign up together. They will be randomly paired with 1 AI agent to play the game. The sign-up forms for both tracks will be posted on our website before May the 1st. We will host a tournament at the hackathon event introduced before at Atlanta, Georgia in the United States from June the 24th to 25th, 2024. Now I will briefly introduce the game we are using for this competition. DiceAdventure is a multiplayer, turn-based dungeon crawling game. There are 3 characters in the game, and they each have different views and abilities. Verbal and oral communications are not available in the game, but the players need to work together to first reach their personal goal and then reach the team goal to process. The master rulebook of this game is already posted on our website, and we will release a game demo and gameplay tutorial as a separate video before the submission portal opens on May the 1st. In the following slides, I will introduce the characters, objects in the game, the pinning system, the combat system, and go through some basic rules of the game. There are 3 characters in the game. the dwarf, the human, and the giant. Each of them has a representative color which matches with their personal goals in the game. And each character has different health, action points, and vision range. The statistics presented in this table are subject to change, but we will post a list on the website once they are confirmed. For the objects in the game, personal goals are represented as shrines, and the team goal is represented as a tower. A rock is stable and it walks away. The rock can be broken, but if a character fails, it will do no damage to its health. A trap is also stable and can be disabled. However, if a character fails, the trap will go away but still do damage to the health. Monsters can move around in the map. They can be defeated, but the characters also lose health if they fail. As oral and verbal communication are not available in the game, we develop a pinning system for the players to convey information to their teammates. Each turn of the game has multiple phases. In the communication phase, pins can be dropped and each costs 1 action point. There are 4 types of pins and they do not have predefined meanings. We want to leave this for the players to explore and establish communication protocols as they play the game. Then, during the planning phase, players can plan the steps for their characters to take. Each step will cost 1 action point and the route will be displayed on the map. In the action phase, characters will move on their planned route. If they encounter any obstacle, a challenge roll will be called and the characters will roll dice to face the challenges. Whichever side rolls higher wins the combat, and the tie will go to the player side. Lastly, monsters will move around and that will be the end of a turn. For agent training, we have released the agent training interface, which is a Python version of DiceAdventure to train agents. This environment can support multiple kinds of models, including pre-trained models and online learning models. Here is some information for participants who want to submit agents. The starter code and training environment is available at this GitHub link, which is also posted on our website. The training environment we provide is a low-fidelity version of DiceAdventure in Python. Please refer to the documentation of DiceAdventure Agents repository when setting up the training environment locally. We will also release a step-by-step tutorial on environment setup before the submission portal opens on May the 1st, 2024. The format of your submission should be a zip file, including everything your agent needs to play the game. We will post a Dropbox link and the submission form by May the 1st. You can submit multiple times before the deadline on July the 1st. We will allow multiple submissions from the same participant, and we also encourage participants to keep revising their agents, but you will need to fill the form for each submission. For evaluation criteria, the submitted agents will not be compared against benchmarks, as the goal of our competition is to explore how different agents can work with human players, and thus we will evaluate the teams as a whole. For the same reason, spot files will not be used to decide the winner. The submitted agents will be randomly assigned to the players who signed up for the player chat, and team scores will be recorded for each game played. We will release the leaderboard design, evaluation criteria, and the scoring function on May the 1st that can possibly help people to design their agents. We do have prizes for the winners thanks to the competition fund sponsored by IEEE. $500 will go to the team at the first place, $300 go to the second place, and $200 go to the third place. The players and the developers of the agents on the winning team will get the prize, and the team is going to split up the prizes equally. The prize transfer will be made directly through the sponsor with consent from the recipients. We will share their names and email addresses. At the end of this competition introduction video, we want to encourage everyone who is interested to participate in the hackathon will be hosted at Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. This is an in-person event, but we will also have online portions. Detailed information on signing up can be found on the website, and the schedule will be released in June. Please feel free to reach us at either email if you have any questions. Thank you, and we look forward to your participation.